Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. Now, today's topic, this is something that I don't usually talk about, and that is the next-gen consoles. I may have probably touched on them on my website, omnigeekempire.com, but for the most part, talking about the PS5 and this Xbox Scarlett or Project Scarlett or whatever you want to call it, has never really been an interest to me, and I don't know why. I do plan on picking up one of the two consoles, most likely the PS5, and there's a reason why I have this type of mindset. First of all, I haven't been playing as much games as I usually would in the past. I play on my Switch because it's convenient. It's something that's... Where's my Switch actually? And you know what? I forgot to... Yeah. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Over the past 100 videos that I've made, there's always something here. It's either an Xbox controller, a PS4 controller, or the Switch itself. But I don't know, it's a little thing I do, but for the most part, let's get back to the actual topic. I'm sorry I got a little bit, off topic. I wanted to talk about my expectation for the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlett. I'm gonna call it the Xbox Scarlett. I know it's called Project Scarlett, but I don't care. Xbox Scarlett. And what I expect from them. Because my mindset is a little bit different. I know people who don't have a PC, they're expecting high-end specs. They're expecting, these two consoles to be packing enough power to compete with the likes of a high-end PC, which is, borderline asinine if you think about it. Nothing can compete with a high-end PC. Every time a next-gen console believes or tries to tell you this notion that their product has the ability to match a PC. A PC game is already 2 years, probably 3 years ahead of its time. It doesn't matter how many YouTubers out there, no disrespect, but it doesn't matter how many YouTubers out there make videos talking about the specs, talking about ray tracing, talking about all this potential power that this console will have. At the end of the day, it will never match a PC. So for me personally, from a different perspective, I don't have an interest as to what, power this thing has. I have a PS4. Most of you have a PS4. And I don't have an Xbox One, but I believe some of you obviously have an Xbox One. How many of you guys actually use all the features that these consoles offer? I promise you, on my PS4, I've only used maybe 24 to 26% of what this console offers. Nothing more. I turn it on, put my CD in, and just play the game. So specs and the power it's going to be wielding, it means nothing to me, especially as a PC gamer. You know what I mean? I keep pointing at my PC, but you guys can't see it. Secondly, exclusive. These are the major factor that determines what console I'm going to be buying. And let's keep it 100 with you guys. The Xbox side just ain't looking powerful. Most of its iconic titles are now on PC. Halo, Gears of War, I believe Forza is on PC. Nothing else that I know of. Xbox has legitimately no exclusive that I would be interested in or that would warrant me buying an Xbox One. And even if it's timed exclusive, I got the patience. Give it a year, 2 years, whatever, I don't care. Eventually it'll make it to the freaking PC. That leaves the PlayStation side of things. We know PlayStation's gonna have exclusives. It's borderline kind of like expected. So for me, I guess the biggest concern is, how many exclusives will it have on launch period? Now, I don't say launch day, I'm gonna say launch period. So I'm giving it 6 months gracing period. How many exclusives will it have in those 6 months period? And how many of them would I be interested in, for the most part? It took me a while to buy a PS4. I had to convince myself, this PS4 might be worth because there are these and that games that I want to play. It's the games that convinced me to buy a PS4. It's the same game that convinced me to buy a Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo, you guys, I don't understand the disrespect on the Nintendo Switch platform. This platform has been killing it this year. to back with quality ass games. I know it has ports. We all know it has ports, but focus on just the games itself. It is a freaking powerhouse, personally. And I honestly play more on my Nintendo Switch than I do on my PS4. In fact, the only reason why I've turned on my PS4 in the last week was just to try out the Code Veins demo. That's it. So, I don't know what to expect. I'm not even hyped up. I think that's my biggest issue. I'm not hyped up anymore when it comes to console, next-gen console. I don't have that vibe anymore. Because it's the same thing. They're gonna sell us something, charge it at probably 400 euros, 500 euros, maybe 399. I don't know what they're gonna be charging at this point. And then we have to make a decision. Obviously, the PS fanboys, or the Sony ponies as people call them, are gonna go with the PS4 platform, and the Xbots, as I think that's the term for them, the Xbots, they'll go with the Xbox. So it's like us, the remaining community, has to try and figure out what they want. I don't know. I think this video is just mostly about why I'm not. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm actually trying to figure out what I'm gonna title this video, because I think at this point, I think my title will probably be why I'm not excited as much for the next gen consoles as many people are, out there in the community. I see people making videos, talking about it, hyping it up, talking about the specs and all the possibilities and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't give a fuck, to be honest, really. I really don't care. I really don't. Because people keep forgetting that it's the I'm tired. It's the games that sell the console. Nothing in the freaking box matters for the most part. We know it's gonna improve. We don't know by how much it's gonna improve. Do you know what I mean? But we know that the PS5 is gonna improve from the PS4, and we know that the Xbox Scarlett is gonna improve from the Xbox One X. We know this. It will never compete with the PC. And the only advantage consoles have is the easy, simple, convenience of just turning the console on and playing whatever game you want. Even though nowadays that that idea, I guess, is no longer valid, because you still have to install the fucking game. Even though you have the CD, you have to install the game, you have to update the game, and then you get to play the game. If there's not an extra patch within the game itself. Almost as if you're playing on a PC. I don't know, I really don't know if I'm even hyped up. I thought about this and I'm like, do I even want to pick up these next gen consoles? Do you know what I mean? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I probably might, just because I'm a gamer and I want the latest gaming consoles, but they'll have to do more. Like when I hear Xbox Scarlett talking about specs, rumor has it that it's gonna be using an AMD chip of the, I think was it 8000 series or is it 9000 series? I'm not too sure, but talks about the motherboard, the amount of RAM it's gonna have, and everyone's going like, ooh, this is amazing, this is great. But I'm just sitting there like, that's not a selling point to me. That's the thing. It used to be a selling point. Like you have no idea. When I used to be watching the E3 press conferences, and I would see them talking about all these specs, all this innovation that's going into these consoles, I'm like, oh shit, yes, let's go. But now, I'm just like, no, show me the games. On the PS4 side, it's safe. There's gonna be games. So I just need to see what type of games are they gonna be releasing. Are they gonna be the same, games like, Uncharted, Last of Us, things of that nature, or is it gonna be something unique, different, and innovative, and whatever the case may be? Xbox, it's the one that I'm the most actually. When I said I'm not interested in, I guess, purchasing sense. I'm just interested in seeing what the fuck Xbox is doing. We know Xbox has been buying a bunch of studios, but we don't know, are these studios making exclusive games? Like, we're talking about games that will never make it to any other platform. That's how you sell a console. This idea that Microsoft is going for, games in service or whatever the hell they're doing, it's not gonna pan out for them. I think, profit-wise, it might pan out for them, because obviously they have two markets to deliver games to, PC, and now Xbox and whatever, but Why are they even in the console market? I think this is just me venting out what I think about the console, because I've been seeing a lot of talks about the consoles and people making videos, people talking about it. I'm just sitting there like, what is the like, you know, what's going on? With Nintendo, I just want a Nintendo Switch Pro. Like with Nintendo, it's funny. It's like, out of all the three gaming, I guess, consoles, PS5, Switch Pro, and if there is a Switch Pro and Xbox Scarlett. If I see a Switch Pro, I am buying the Switch Pro. I'm not even going to be thinking about what they can offer me. I'm just going to buy the Switch Pro because the Switch has convinced me that portability is fucking king. Do you know? You guys don't seem to understand how easy it is to just play your games whenever you want. It's Jesus Christ. You guys need to buy a Switch. I should be an ambassador for Nintendo because I would advertise the shit out of the Switch. I'm not even joking. I would definitely do that. But yeah, no, like I kind of just want to ask you guys, like, what is your selling point? Not selling point. What will convince you to buy a console? Are you like me back in the day where just hearing the specs alone is enough for you to purchase a console? Or are you someone who's now like, I don't care what you have under the hood for the most part. I just want to see what can go into the car. Does that make sense to you? Like, what's the trunk size? What's the trunk size? I don't know. I just want to see what games they have to offer. Because most of the time, if it's multi-plat, it's going on PC. I'm not even debating this unless it's fighting games. That's a little bit of a different situation because fighting games has a much higher community on the console. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, let me know what you guys think for the most part. This was just a rant video. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is just a rant video, rant discussion, open discussion, whatever you wanna call it. I just wanna kind of vent out because I'm not excited for this fucking consoles. I don't care. Like I haven't talked about this at all. Maybe a few rumors here and there just to keep something going, but for the most part, nada, nothing. So yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinion on these new consoles, anyways. And let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.